On your right, you have an image of the palazzo where your characters live. So the Palazzo Vecchio, so it's kind of a huge fortress in hearts of hard stone and made of basically 3 floors. A few days or weeks before, you occupied all the floors. But the problem is, you're the leaders of this fortress, and you have done, some of you at least have done pretty bad things to maintain order, including throwing people out of the ramparts down to the sirens around you to show that, well, you meant what you said and that you would show no mercy for revolutionaries of all sorts. And the problem is, these monsters have acquired, let's say, a taste for your own flesh, and now they are more and more numerous around the fortress. So numerous, in fact, that they have invaded the first floor and pushed the crowd to the first floor. You, as the leaders, you live in the second floor, on the second floor, and you have, in a way, barricade yourself there, because, well, technically the crowd is not happy with how you dealt with things, and they are beginning to press on you and asking for you to do something, to give them food and stuff like that. That's the idea. So I will give you the main characters of the setting. We have, sorry, time for it. Okay, so first we have the brute, who is Damocles, captain of the guard. The kind of guys that we had to take the worst decisions, things like that. And he was the one to put the current leader on the throne, a guy named Duke Lorenzo, kind of, well, of a tyrant in a way. They helped him take power in the fortress of Libreté. He went to search for them in another enclave and brought them to help him seize power. You have also Cordelia, the Duchess. She was picked among the crowd by Duke Lorenzo himself. But after that, he didn't seem very interested in playing the role of husband and wife or something like that, or Duke and Duchess. So he only displayed her to the crowd from time to time and bought her, or not really bought her, rather offered her or took things for her. Splendid dresses, gorgeous jewelries and stuff like that. Everything she wanted, or everything, the only things she could have, in fact, because she was not really free or anything. You have Prudencia. Prudencia is the Duke's cousin. So for a time, she was among the crowd, and she was, in a way, one of the revolutionaries. She wanted to overthrow the government. She said that the Duke was a fascist bastard and stuff like that. And she, well, basically, she did everything she could to overthrow him. And she understood after a while that because of the sirens getting more numerous and closer, that the crowd would stop being shy and not dare to attack, and that she might lose this opportunity to deal with the Duke, her cousin. And she feels like, it's a sacred duty or a fate to deal with that, because it's family and maybe it has gone all over her head, or I don't know. And she has decided so to join them under disguise, in a way, or saying that now she's one of them because she's family and she wants to be with them. But in fact, what she really wanted was to kill the Duke before the others. And finally, we have Matto, who is it's a little one, so it means that he's the youngest of all. He's kind of a jester of the Duke, in fact. He was mocked by all others because of his a little bit deformed, like a hunchback, and he loves, he's very sarcastic, so he loves to mock people and say the ugly truth to everyone. So he has been protected by the Duke for a long time. And the problem is, the Duke, maybe 2 or 3 days ago, the Duke has locked himself in his room. Problem being that his room is, in fact, kind of a bunker with a code, electronic code to type, and a speaker next to it, and a camera. But no one exactly knows what happens. right at the moment when the crowd seemed to be the most outraged and ready to revolt. And you're in this situation where you don't exactly know what is happening to your leader. And at the same time, the crowd is forcing you in a way to take decisions, but you don't know which ones, because chances are they only want to kill you and replace you by someone else. That's the idea. I don't know, maybe, do you have questions right now about maybe the system or the situation? Okay, so now it's time maybe to decide which character you want to take, or maybe which one you don't want to take. Most of the time it's easier to go this way.
I don't want to play the princess.
I don't mind who I take.
I guess I would be interested in the princess potentially.
I would be interested in Prudencia, I guess.
And I guess I'm gonna be a little one. I'm gonna be a little one. Does that work for you, Charlie?
Cool. So yeah, I'll be Damocles.
Cool.
So I let you look at the characters. You will see the archetypes they have. So Damocles is the brute, Cordelia the princess, Prudencia the loner, meaning that she's not very at ease with social situations, and Matto the little one. You have a few elements of description which are titled "How They See Me," not meaning that that's how you see yourself. It's how the others look at you. You have also wound checks and mold checks. We don't have to take care of that right now. You have also guidelines for taking black mice. These are only guidelines, not something that is mandatory, and they are not the only situations where you take black mice. Just guidelines linked to the archetype. You have then what I've learned, the specific in way powers your archetype has, including for all of you one specific move the others don't have. And finally, two of you have mold stains, meaning specific physical traits that the characters don't really know why they have that. They can imagine that it's punishment for the acts they have done, or maybe just some allergy or stuff like that. Whereas in fact, it's kind of the result of the expression of the feelings they repress most of the time, that express through another way. And finally, you have the children, I think I know, and the description of how you see the other characters.
I have a quick question. How old is the Duke supposed to be?
Might be something like 14, 15 at best.
Okay.
You don't know any child older than 15. You don't know if it's possible, or if they disappear, or if they die. Didn't stay there long enough to see something like that happen.
I've got a question. Those special moves, do I have to choose one, or can I have all three or three of them?
You have all three of them, in fact.
Cool.
Were selected. it will put also a role for your party link on the dice throwing aspect. And you tell me when you're okay with the character sheet.
And how long is it we've been here?
Difficult to tell, in fact, because when you don't have adults, you know, to talk about the future and exactly tell you how long it has been and take care of the calendars and stuff like that. Maybe something like a year, 2 years.
Okay.
Okay, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do I have to tell you? So, since Mato, the little one, is the only one to have the ability to be stealthy and stuff like that, it means that the other characters cannot. So if you're trying, you know, to be discreet, that's entirely my decision how it goes, and most of the time it won't go very well, or you will have a price to pay, at least something like that. Also, for Prudentia, you have your special ability, your special move, in fact. Considering the circumstances you are in, I guess it means that you have a few, you know, hidden stashes here and there with things you might have put, because, you know, just to be sure that you were not here to betray them or something like that. They have searched you, and so you cannot have something like a huge dagger or a gun or anything very dangerous. Maybe you have small scissors at best, but nothing more unless you go and fetch them where you have hidden them. That's the idea.
Cool.
I put you in the chat also a link to a map. It's not exactly here to be precise, but just to give you an idea of the global organization of the fortress. You're on the second floor, the map on the top. On the in the upper left part of the map are the Duke's suite. So there is technically the bunker itself with the closed door and the camera with the black eye. You know, I don't know if you see the eye of the 2001 Space Odyssey HAL. That's the idea. The thing you don't really know if it's looking at you or anything. You can imagine anything looking at that. You have also a small bed on the floor for Mato. In a way, sometimes he slept in the Duke's chamber, but now he has to go to his own bed, but it's not something very fancy. You have also a dining room, big dining room, not far away from the bunker, where you have two servants named Ancora and Presto. That's how you call them. Ancora being a young girl, very timid, with half of her face burned. In fact, no one really knows what happened to her. Some people think that it might have been Lorenzo, but there are others also who accuse Damocles of being the one behind it. And yeah, she doesn't seem to blame you, or you don't really know what she thinks. And Presto is more kind of the professional type, you know, never talking unless you speak to him, and they all are very discreet. They don't want to disturb you because they don't want to be hurt or anything or be yelled at. So that's the profile. And in the bottom left part of the third floor is the suite of Cordelia. She has, you know, a big bedroom with a canopy bed and luxurious sheets, and of course tons of jewelry in a secret box and stuff like that. She also has a small shrine. I don't know if she uses it or not, but it was there in a specific room. That's where also Prudencia sleeps, because she's supposed to be a lady of company in a way. And she has her own room also, and her own clothes and stuff like that. And you have, of course, a boudoir and stuff like everything you can expect from such a place. And the right part of the floor is devoted to the guards, technically. So they have maybe somewhere safe where they lock the rare weapons they have. They might have. I think they have something like one automated weapon, maybe 2 guns, and that's it. And a few elements they turn into swords and bludgeoning stuff and things like that. And a specific bedroom for Damocles, of course, since he's their leader. There must be something like 10 guards at best, and the rest of the crowd can be numbered 100 persons down there. They are beginning to be a little bit pressured by the space confined to the first floor. If you look at the middle of the map, you can see some kind of a rectangle. That, in fact, is not a room for you, but it's kind of a balcony which offers you a view on the main room on the first floor. And this huge chamber, it's kind of covered with splendid portraits and paintings and stuff like that. That's where the crowd gathers most of the time. That's where they live, they sleep, and they are. And also where they mumble and begin to yell at you. And that's the balconies where the Duke gave his public declarations and stuff like that. And it's a little bit less welcoming of late, in fact. But you have to go through there to go from one side to the other. And there are many accesses, many stairs that are now guarded 24 hours a day to be sure that no one climbs up unless you want them to. I think that's everything I had to say. Yes, one precision for Matto. One signification for your power of being discreet can be also justified by the fact that maybe you know some secret passages or narrow entrances that no one can crawl through except you. That's the idea. And I think we can start now, if you're okay, and begin by kind of a dinner, a gloomy dinner maybe, where the 4 of you are not far away from the closed door of the bunker and the black eye, and you're there eating your splendid food. So, how does it go? How do you behave in a way? What are your thoughts during this dinner?
Is this just the 4 of us at dinner, or who all is here? Just the 4
of you, and
because the Duke is locked
the
away.
servants, and the 2 servants, passing away with the food, preparing it, taking out the dishes and stuff like that.
Would Lorenzo normally have been in this room as well, were he not locked away? Okay, so Damocles is going to be glaring at the empty chair, just like, still like scowling at the coward, even though he probably wouldn't have the guts to if he was actually there.
So Prudencia will address Cordelia. Cordelia, don't you think we should try to get Lorenzo out of his room? Hasn't he sulked enough?
Well, a Duke has his own desires and time table on which he moves, and I'm sure he will come out soon. I've tried to talk to him many times, but, well, it's difficult.
Yeah, he was always a moody one.
If he doesn't come out soon, Cordelia, we'll need you to look after us. Without someone to lead us, we are lost. You should sit in his chair.
I mean, of course, I could be a great leader. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
Damocles,
sure.
Damocles, what do you think?
I think Cordelia would be a great leader. She's good at politics, and she doesn't hide in a room that I know of. So, yeah, she could inspire the troops.
So maybe she should address the crowd, just to calm them a bit before they overrun us and throw us to the sirens.
Well, when you address a crowd, there's a procedure for that, and well,
sure,
it would take time to get everything ready and all of the decorations and all of the. I mean, what would I wear? I can't wear this gown.
Cordelia, do you have anything better to do today? I'm just saying, it's kind of important, I think. I don't want to be thrown to the sirens. I want to reunite with my beloved cousin.
Well, but today, I mean, that just seems so quick, don't you think? I mean, how will we even let the people know that we're going to give an address? They'll need to be prepared. There are invitations and signages that we need to make.
They don't need invitations. I can just get my guards yelling at them to meet up.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same lines. People are kind of scared of you, Damocles,
Yeah. Damocles is quite proud of that fact. Yeah. Well, my guards are getting tired. They can't stay up all day and all night stopping people from coming up here. The sooner we get this done, the sooner that coward in the room can get out and carry on ruling.
When you say coward, I just like kind of.
I'm sure he's not a coward. He's just emotional, He doesn't feel loved. Maybe if you were a bit nicer to him, he might come out.
Well, if Cordelia was nicer, I'm just here to hit things for him.
Are you implying that I am not a kind person?
You're very kind, my Highness, Duchess. Yes. I just mean that I should really go and guard things. I shouldn't be eating here with people. I'm very, very sorry.
I will work on the arrangements for this conversation that I will have with the people.
Cordelia, you're not supposed to have a conversation. You're supposed to tell them that everything will be okay and we will survive the siren attack.
Everything will be okay and we will survive. Why would you even say that?
How? Cordelia, how will we do that?
Are we not enjoying a fabulous dinner here right now?
Yes.
I think we are surviving just fine.
Sure. Of course. I understand your urge to hit things, Damocles, now. But really, Cordelia, you have to step it up. Somebody has to.
Well, I'll talk to Lorenzo. I'll try anyways.
Very good. Maybe he will come out.
Ooh, ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream.
Cordelia, when you're in charge, can I be your friend?
Did I hear? Did someone say something?
Oh,
Oh,
now I'm sad.
Oh.
I'm gonna take some black bile, Jesse. I'm being hurt by those who are supposed to protect me. Lorenzo was my friend, and sometimes we would hang out together. And if you were in charge, does that mean I get to be your friend? And he's probably like eyeing a seat that's next to you at the table.
I think she like grabs the seat like and pulls it towards her a little bit more quickly.
Oh, that's cool. I'll just take some more black bile for that one. That's cool. I'm sitting at 3 now. Thanks, Jesse.
So, Marshall, maybe you can get Lorenzo out if you're so great friends with him. You're such great friends with him.
Oh, we're not like best friends forever. We're the kind of friends where we're not allowed to be friends in public, and if other people are around, he tells me to go away. We're that kind of friend where
sometimes those are the best friends.
Special secret friends, he calls it.
Those are the best kind of friends, I think, personally. The ones where you don't have to talk to them in public, where you just know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see where all of you would make great secret friends.
We all go to our rooms and remain there for the rest of the game.
God, I hate people.
While you're talking, you begin to hear, the sound of doors slamming and steel-capped shoes walking loudly on the floor. And you have two of the guards, including Lieutenant Crystal. So kind of she's a woman with blonde hair, half of them on the left, and the rest has been shaved completely. And yeah, well, let's say that the guards are a joyful bunch, with kind of some have leather jackets and others Nazi signs and stuff like that combined without really understanding what it means. But yeah, they're not the very nice type, let's say. And she's with another one, let's call him Rubik, and they are holding a guy. He's been beaten up pretty badly. He has blood all over his face and maybe 1, 2, or 3 teeth missing. And they throw him on the table, right on, I guess, the rest of the ice cream, that was beginning to melt. And it spills blood and ice cream all over the place on the people around. And Prudentia, you recognize immediately Begato. And yeah, there is this moment where your looks cross, in fact, but he says nothing. And Crystal, she says to Damocles, "Sir, I think we got one of the leaders of the revolt."
Good. You did spill my ice cream, but
yes.
Okay. Do we have any kind of cell or anything to put prisoners in?
Well, before the invasion, it was in the basement. You had some rooms and stuff like that. Now you only have maybe one room that you have the key for that you use, but it's not very convenient.
Okay. Right. So we'll need to interrogate him. We'll find a private room away from all of this, and yeah, obviously we don't want rebels getting rolled up before your lovely speech to pacify all of them, Cordelia. So I should probably deal with this rather than the ice cream.
Interrogate in prison. He's hurt, Damocles. You should look after him.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
He's bleeding something fierce in all over the ice cream.
I know, he ruined dinner.
You should take care.
I'm sure that'll be added to the charges.
This is a human.
Right. Okay.
Maybe we should let Cordelia decide what is going to happen, because she's our new leader, right?
Yes. Yeah. Cordelia, Mom. What should I do with this traitor?
I mean, I think your first instincts were correct. Let's. Can we just?
Why couldn't we just get rid of him? Do you really want to, I don't know, dirty yourself with this sort of creature? And I'm taking black bile because I'm just betraying my friend, and my plans are in danger. So
Dirty myself. Damocles is. Just take care of it, please.
All right.
I'm taking black bile as well for my dinner and dress being ruined. Ugh.
God, this mealtime is just bile for everyone. Okay. So I'll pick him up, and Crystal and I can put him somewhere for interrogation. Now, as far as for rebellion, that's all just to overthrow the Duke, right? Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment, things are looking a bit uncertain, really, about whether that's bad of an idea. So yeah, okay. If I can get access to a private room to be in with Bagato, I might see if I can look at is there a way of trying to gauge how receptive he would be, like how useful he might be in pushing forward say either ignore or get rid of Lorenzo, install install Cordelia kind of plan of action?
Oh, I would actually try to accompany you to represent Cordelia's interests in that matter. Yeah.
Of course. Okay. When you're the Duke's cousin, so I can't help but feel you've got a bit of a problem interest-wise with this. Like, you might be a bit too into keeping the Duke safe, at least in
that's what I'm claiming. Yes.
Damocles is. Okay. If you go along, that's fine. Like, he's not going to stop anyone going as well. But he'll probably be like Damocles is going to be a little more cautious about speaking around you. Like, you're weird, but you're connected. So yeah, if we can find like a secluded room, I'll drag Bagato in. Is he much younger than me, or like comparable kind of age?
Bagato?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Looks like your age. The problem is he has gray hair. You know, something maybe out of birth or something worse that happened to him later.
Yeah.
It's not unusual for children that have encountered vicious sirens to have these kind of marks. But yeah, basically it gives the impression that he's older, but it mustn't be that much.
Okay.
He's really in bad shape, and it will be difficult to make him talk. Just the act of talking, in fact, is difficult for him now.
Right. And yeah, I guess he's just covered in blood and ice cream at the moment. Right. I mean, we've all been there, I guess.
So yeah, you bring him to the private room you have. While doing that, you have to cross the floor, the third floor, and you pass or second floor, sorry, and you pass right at the balcony.
Yeah.
And you can see that the crowd under you is pretty annoyed, pissed off by maybe what's happened, more than usual, if that's possible. And the moment they see you, appearing. There are people pointing their finger at you, and I don't know if you hide, Begato when you transport him, or if you didn't think about that and they see him getting dragged.
Okay, Damocles is not a thinker, so
Okay.
he will not have figured this out ahead of time. The moment that the crowd see him and start getting more like rabble, 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 he's going to quickly like shove Begato down like out of view, and carry on as if he's not been caught yet, as if his this covers him. So it's just
yeah, and they are yelling at you, let him go, you fascist bastard, and yelling. And Prudencia, you're near him, if I'm correct, since
Yes,
you're following him.
I am near him.
And some of them are also pointing at you, saying, "Yeah, traitor!" And you can see, the others, such as Roberto or Clara. They're here, and they are shouting at you and.
Oh no. I think
could you calm them down? Like, hopefully we can get this all nicely, covered up. Not covered up. Dealt with.
Well, yes, I guess I can try. Everyone, this will end well, and everything will be fine. We will return Begato to you soon as we've tended to his wounds.
Do you want to do a convincing test, or do you think that you
No, I don't want
okay,
to. I really want them riled up, actually.
Okay, so some of them begin to boo you and yell even more, and they throw things.
I flipped them the bird. Fuck you!
Out of nowhere. I love it.
I'm taking that bile because I'm really conflicted about the whole thing. I'm trying to play a role, and I'm not actually very good at that. This is an oppressive social situation that I'm so.
Yeah.
And so, at one point you have to disappear from the balcony because otherwise you will take something in the face or something like that, because they are throwing things and yelling even more.
Once we've crossed the balcony, I'll say to Damocles, maybe we should just let him go, This won't end well anyway. And what do you want to question him about?
He might be of use to us.
In what way?
We need Lorenzo out of here, like out of his room, or we need someone taken over for him.
Mm.
Like, that's it. I'm just here for order, and they will be calmed down if maybe we can get someone up on the throne taking his place.
Yeah, but you don't want to do it, and I don't think Cordelia is ready.
I'm sure she's good at these kind of things. Lorenzo wouldn't have picked her otherwise.
Yeah, he's wise, but I don't know. She's a bit ditzy.
Well, then who? You? I mean, you're.
No! Oh God, no! And the horror you see in Prudential's face is totally real. That's one thing she's never thought about. No, I mean, oh God. But maybe we should think about this a bit more. And maybe we should just take care of, I forget his name.
Begato.
Begato. I always think Begato. I'm sorry about that.
Well, the crowd love him. If he could calm them down, then
but then we should be then we should treat his wounds and not do your style of interrogation, right?
Yeah, I mean, but we ran out of plasters a few days ago. I've got nothing. for him
We
as far
can.
as healing?
I think I might be able to find something. I'm good at finding stuff.
Okay. Well, you could be good cop, and I could hit him if
No,
he
you
doesn't do what
don't hit him. If we want him to calm down the crowd, you can't hit him, Damocles.
How do you get people to do what you want without hitting?
I'm asking them. I mean, just say, please don't hit him. And maybe I have an argument about that. I have some kind of reason why you shouldn't hit him, because he won't help us if you hit him. You know? Like that. And now I'm trying to convince you.
Okay.
I love how hard you have to think about. You can't just hit all your problems. Wait, what? I don't understand.
Okay, so I will roll.
Yeah. Okay,
And
so you have to decide if you invest black bile in the test.
Yes, I will invest 1, I guess.
Okay.
So
in a way, 1 means that you put a little bit of energy in it, but you are not taking many risks or anything.
Yes, that sounds about right. So let's roll for something. And I've got a 10. So of course I'm doing. Damn, I shouldn't have used that bile. So I've got an 11 now.
Ah, you got an 11. Okay, so I guess the obvious thing would be that you're convincing, but at the same time, it's a little bit strange how much you want for this guy to be, preserved and stuff like that, and maybe that raises suspicion. Okay, I don't know if that's okay for you too.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So Damocles takes from all of this. You like him.
Prudentia colors a bit and says, what are you talking about? That's stupid. I'm going to go and find some bandages for him, and you don't hit anybody.
What would your cousin say? All right, I'll not rough him up. Oh, all right. I'll right. I see. Like that then. Okay. Yeah.
And
so
I go and find some bandages and wash my brain, I guess.
Okay. Maybe we can go to the 2 others with their private conversation.
So, I was just going to say Cordelia's just walking off to her room, like wiping whatever ice cream and blood is off of her. Were you like making yourself known that you were following me? Am I aware of it or no?
I think it depends on how perceptive you are, right? Like I'm not trying to hide from you. Then I think I just like follow behind you in your wake, and I don't make myself known, and you don't notice me.
Nice. I think I just get to my room then, and I'm like maybe starting to even take my dress off, and I turn around and you're like there in the doorway.
Now that we're special friends, I thought we could have a conversation. And like,
can I just let me get at least decent before you step into my room, you little troll. Ugh.
And there's probably like a smile, and he goes, oh, Lorenzo used to call me a little troll.
Okay. Well, I'm going to change behind here, and you what is it? What is it that you want?
I just wanted to talk to you about how you were going to be in charge, and that maybe I could have a new job, and you know, I'm pretty good at things, and I could help you, and I could be your advisor, and I could wear, and he's got like the cardboard crown that's on a lean or whatever. And he's like, I could wear like a big hat so that people would know I'm important. And then I could wear a hat that made me as tall as Damocles, and then everyone would look up to me, and I could sit next to you.
You know you're gonna get taller anyways, right? Like you're not gonna stay this little forever.
You really think so?
Yeah, we all grow up at some point, and I think like I'm like looking at my weird scars that I have underneath my sleeves.
Lorenzo grew up. When he grew up, he got meaner, and then he got quieter. Then he locked himself away.
Do you think that you can figure out where Lorenzo actually is or how to get to him?
Can I try a confide move with you here, Jesse? Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, I trust you with something important and see how we go. I think I'm going to tell you that, like, my important thing is I've got a plan. There are lots of ways to get around here that other people don't know about, and maybe I could get into Lorenzo's room. And then if he saw me and I could make him laugh, he'd come out and he would know that everything was okay. And I'm spending 2 and I'm rolling, and I got a 4, so I got a 6, so it's real bad. It's real bad. I am not good at games, ladies and gents. I'm the worst.
I forgot to tell you that when you fail a test, you keep the tokens with you because you failed to exteriorize your emotions, and they stay there.
That's really good.
Okay.
I like that.
So I'm trying to think, unless Cordelia has an ID, because well, she's the one really there at the moment he confides.
I think she doesn't take it like quite seriously. Like his suggestion, like, how would you said that he's mean now. Why would he laugh? If he saw you, wouldn't he just kick you out? Like he kicked all of us out and just locked himself away. So now we're forced to defend ourselves alone without any help?
I look down at the floor and I say, "You're right, Cordelia. You are growing up."
I'm taking Black Vial.
Me too. And I think that, like, I'd probably start like crying. Those little like hacking sobs that kids do, like, and I mean, you could console me if you wanted, or you could kick me out.
I could console you, but I feel like I hear you crying, and after you just yelled at me, I now don't. I know what to do even less, and I feel like that triggers me to my 5th Black Bile, and I explode and do something stupid.
Okay, so I think that's a good opportunity to explode. I guess the most logical reaction would be to chase the little gnome out of your bedroom now, with something a little bit, maybe not violent, but cold and not very nice to say. I let you choose. So if you want to do that anyway, you can just remove 2 black miles without doing the test. And if you want to resist, you do the test, and we see that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me think of which I'd rather do. Well, I guess we're not.
If you don't know, the best thing is to test.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do the test just for the sake of doing it.
So you have to invest 3 black bile tokens in the test, and you do it.
Okay. So that is 10.
Okay. So you succeed in exploding, meaning that you chase him away from your bedroom. So I'll let you do that.
And I lose 3 black bile, right?
You lose 3 black bile because
okay.
That's also a way to.
So I think I grab. I have like a broken tiara or something that I had that some servant was like trying to clean, and they broke it. And I take it and I'm like, get just. You little troll. And I say it in a way that like is mean, but also like sort of sympathetic, but not really. And I'm like, get out of here while I'm trying to get dressed. And you wear this instead on your stupid little head. And I throw this broken crown at him as I push him out the door.
Beautiful, thank you. That's my 5th black bile as well, but it might be better in another scene, I think, because I feel like that one's resolved well. Oh, Jesse, you're a joy to play off. Thank you.
So you have this moment where you're alone in the boudoir. The door has been closed. Maybe one of the servants is not far. He looks at you quickly and disappears before you even yell at him, or he doesn't know.
Yeah, I think I like close the door behind me and just slump to the ground and just start sobbing because I just don't know what to do or how to help or how to be useful at all. So I'm taking another black bile for that.
Can this be the moment when Prudencia comes back to grab her knife? She's not going after bandages. She's going after her knife. And I'm taking another black bile for that because I'm actually kind of betraying my good friend, Bigato. But I would like to walk into there and try to get the knife and maybe not really see Mato there. Or, yeah, because I'm pretty set on my mission. Finding my dagger.
Maybe we can start with the idea that you're searching for your knife, which I guess is hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start by a test of getting by, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Just
I
to
can do
see
that.
at what moment you encounter someone.
Yes, let me see. I have an 8, so that's
okay. So,
cool, actually.
Yeah, that's a success. So you have grabbed your knife and hidden it under your outfit, and then so you go to Cordelia's suite. That's the idea, if I understand you correctly. Okay.
No, I thought I might find the knife and Mato might actually see me finding the knife without noticing him.
That was the question, but unless, we can always say that despite the fact that you've succeeded, he has seen you.
Yeah, well, but I found my knife, so that's the success.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, Sid.
No problem for me.
Absolutely.
Cool. So, do you do something?
So, Mato?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about it because it's really interesting. I think I sort of look over, and Mato now is wearing this broken tiara instead of the cardboard crown, and says, "Oh, hey, is that guy all right?"
Yeah. I don't think Damocles will hit him.
Okay.
How are you, Mato? Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Cordelia's really mean to me. And like I just tried to be nice to her, and then she was like super mean. And Lorenzo was mean to me before, and it's not fair because I want to be their friend. And if someone wants to be your friend, you should be nice to them so that you can be good friends. And it just I try so hard, and it's just like I'm not good enough for them.
I don't know. Maybe they're not good enough for you. Because if they're being mean, that's them not being nice, right? You're not being mean.
So You're not mean. You're nice.
Thank you. I'm taking black bile. I really don't like Mato. But I have to manipulate him. Ah!
Thank you. Yeah. So like, I think I just like walk up to him. I'm like, so we're friends. Well,
Yeah.
Lorenzo used to
Sure.
give me things to do, but he's locked away now. And Cordelia didn't have anything for me to do except she gave me the new.
Am I frozen or are you frozen? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Is it just me? God damn.
No, I think it was just you because it was okay. Things.
Yeah, it was just you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, Cordelia usually tells me things to do. Oh, sorry, Lorenzo usually tells me things to do, but he's not around, and Cordelia around. So, do you think maybe we could do things together?
Sure. What do you want to do? I mean, I would really like to do something with my cousin. I haven't seen him in a while, you know. But Deer is kind of his confidant. You must know things.
Oh yeah, I know heaps. I know heaps about him. What do you want to know?
Well, does he carry? I mean, Damocles has this big knife, I guess. So has Lorenzo a knife too?
Oh, this is going to say some things about Lorenzo. Hey, oh yeah, Lorenzo's got a knife, but he keeps it. That fucking perfect, Vivian, perfect. I'm like, Lorenzo has a knife, and I like lean right in. I like beckon you in, and I like lean right in.
Yes.
He's also got a gun.
Oh fuck.
Can we do some confide moves on this as well? Oh, this sounds fun.
Cool.
I gotta roll some things. That's my secret. I'm gonna spend 3 this time. I'm gonna reroll these because I didn't do good last time, and I want to do good this time. Because I want us to be friends. Hey, guess what? I spent 3, and then I rolled 3, so I got 6. Lorenzo's got a gun. I did bad, Vivian. I'm bad at your game, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem at all. Either way, it's good in a way.
So I think what actually happens is you say that, and Prudencia, she was getting close to you, and when you say that, she goes like, "Oh fuck," and then she kind of pushes you away, like it's like she feels really uncomfortable with you near her. It's like ugh. And you notice that because she's not really a subtle dog.
That's so perfect. And because I keep getting this black bile back, I'm like maxing out here. I'm sitting at. Can I go above 5, Vivian, or is it? Yeah, cool. Let's go to 6. Oh boy.
Yeah, and failure after failure, trying to get closer to these guys, and all of them is in a way repulsing you. There is this feeling, of wanting to go back to Lorenzo because even in the end, he was not really mean to you. Well, he was more distant, but he never pushed you away. And you miss, really at that moment, you miss him so bad.
I do. So much.
Well, thank you, Mato. That was really useful. And well, she's Prudencia's bit torn. I mean, she's kind of sorry for that disgusting little troll, but she's so creepy. And I think what goes through to Mato is mostly that she finds him creepy.
Yeah, I feel that. The subtlety was hard to get through, but I feel it.
Okay, so we can go back to Damocles during that time. Who was waiting for bandages to arrive that never came.
Yeah, he's been mainly trying to keep away from Bagato at the moment. Like, he knows you've got to look after him before you potentially hit him again. So he's been kind of compulsively itching the eye underneath the eye patch and staying to a corner. Has Bagato been doing anything?
Well, it depends on what you did with him. In fact, Crystal is a little bit pushing, you know, for you to do something. Should we torture him or something like that?
I told Prudenza I wouldn't torture him yet.
What? Since when does that stranger gives order to us?
She's, you know,
Aren't you the boss?
Lorenzo's the boss, Crystal. And
yeah, Lorenzo is not here, just in case you didn't notice. I'm not sure.
Oh, the chain of command's difficult now. Is it
okay.
Cordelia? Is it Prudenza? Is it me? I hope not. I really hope not.
Yeah, because it would be Cordelia. Be serious.
Okay.
You're the one to call the shot here.
Well, Cordelia didn't outwardly say torture him. So you could check. You could go and check, and I'll speak to him now and see if he's all right and what information I can get out of him. You know, I'm big. I've got this knife. I'm sure he'll be receptive.
Yeah, we can start now and then say that we didn't really understand, and considering the situation, we had to begin to work on him. No?
Okay. Right. So, is Bagato? I was going to say alive. Is he conscious at the moment? Oh, good. How's he looking? Like, is he reacting visibly to any of this, or is he?
No, not exactly. The thing is, you know, he's conscious, but his consciousness is kind of limited to what is obvious to him. Right in front of him, he can maybe react, but to everything that is a little bit far away, he's not able to really process.
Okay. I'll grab his head and make sure that if I look at him, he can see, like, he's not spacing out or anything.
Yeah, he says, for one moment, he doesn't recognize you, and he says, "Prudencia, is that you?"
No. Prudencia is on her way. Why would you want her?
And then at one moment, he recognizes you and spits on your face, kind of by instinct.
Oh, right on the eye that's not covered by a patch. Oh, that's mean. Oh, right. Okay. I was gonna take it easy on you. What? Right, Crystal. Have we got something that doesn't cut? Like a brick? I don't know. Right. Anyway,
yeah, sure. She takes a brick somewhere that you use. You know, it's enrolled in some a sheet or something in order to make it a little bit less blunt, but it's still quite heavy.
Okay, so we're going to have a chat here. Right.
And maybe as Sidney says, if we begin to go into more dirty detail, we can pass over.
Hopefully it won't come to that, but yeah.
Okay,
totally.
so as soon as we begin to go that direction, we will just do an ellipse.
That's fine. Okay, so I'm trying to recall what was actually said about him being, like, brought up here. Was it that we've caught the leader of the rebels, or that he's been rabble rousing, or like?
Yeah, in fact, you asked Crystal about that exactly, how he was caught, etc., and she reveals to you that they surprised him talking with the others about revolting and attacking. And he talked about the fact that Lorenzo was missing because no one had seen him for for 2 or 3 days, and they had seen all the others, and well, saying in a way that it was time to act.
Okay. Okay, so if so I guess the first thing is finding out who else is working with him. If he's got conspirators down there, he might have conspirators up here. So what I'll do, I'll grab like the rock and kind of be playing around with it. At the moment, Damocles has no idea what to be doing, whether to side with them or not, because he knows he's on the hook for a lot of the actions that in Lorenzo's name, but he has no finesse with any of this. So if he can find out who else is on board with this, who knows? Maybe he can get in good with them when it all goes wrong. So hopefully with he would have he is entirely so I think rather than any actual torture, obviously he doesn't want to hurt anyone that's potentially a future ally. So if he could at least kind of like puff himself up and seem kind of like quite big and kind of menacing to find out, you know, who are you working with? We didn't tell anyone about Lorenzo. They might have drawn their own conclusions. I realise that now. But in case they didn't, who do you know up here? And give me their names. I might be lenient on you. Drops the rock. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's an intimidating test.
I'd quite like to try out intimidating someone.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna spend.
And the idea behind, if you invest black bile here, it can be a symbol of how far you're ready to go to make him talk in a way. For example.
Okay. Okay. I'll spend both of my black bile. Okay. I don't know how far Damocles is going to go. He's definitely not sure. So if anything bad happens, it'll probably be by accident. And again, we will fade if anything real bad happens there. But I've gone on to moves like an idiot. Right. So intimidating someone. That's sorry, it's my first roll here with this. So that's looking weird on my screen, but that is 8. That's +2 from there, so
it's a 10.
That's 10.
So a perfect success. So maybe you have, to shake him a little bit because he's getting, drowsy in a way because of the suffering. And at one point or another, he gives you what you're asking, or maybe more than you asked, or what he believes you want, in a way. And he tells you, in fact, that there are 2 leaders with him, named Roberto and Clara, and that's and in a way, you were asking if there was someone inside your ranks. He tells you, yes, we have someone. Prudencia, we sent her to spy on you.
Okay. So the first thought for Damocles is there a second Prudencia here? And then it begins to click into place. Like, oh my God. Crystal, you look after Bagato. I need to report this in right away. And he bolts out of the room.
Do I need to call the guards?
No. Whatever you do, deal with him. I'll speak to the guards. I'll speak to Prudenza right away. Yeah, and he runs, almost falling over his own feet out of the room. Oh God! Right. So yeah, obviously, deal with could be anything. As far as what Crystal will do, I'm not sure of her agenda. By the sounds of it, I've not been sure for this whole ordeal what her agenda is with this. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay. Cordelia, you have dressed up. Now you're a little bit more acceptable, let's say. I guess you go out of your bedroom.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to go try to actually talk to Lorenzo, at least hover outside of his door. That was my intention anyways.
Okay. I'm wondering if Matto, during this time, what you did, if you went to Lorenzo's door in a way, or if she sees you there, or maybe not.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mute button. Sorry. I don't think I go to the door. I think I'm gonna try and get in another way.
Mm-hmm.
And I
think the only other way that might work maybe would be to go to the window next to the thing and go to on the rail that links all the windows together and try that. That could be a solution.
That sounds like a really bad idea for young Meta to do. So I'm definitely gonna do it. That's perfect.
Okay, so Cordelia, when you arrive, near the door, you see the window still opened. Which is something you don't do normally because there are sirens all over the place. So letting one window open is inviting monsters to enter in a way.
Right. So I go and close it and lock it right away.
Okay.
What else would I do?
Okay, so Matto, you hear that the window suddenly closing right when you're standing above the edge, above the emptiness, and you have these numerous monsters on the floor, 2 floors under you, waiting for you to fall in a way, in the gaping mouth.
I might look outside the window. I don't know if I could see you at all or not, but if you want me to see you, that can be worked into this too, Sid.
I guess that's possible. If that's okay.
Yeah, I think yes, please.
Like looking out the window, like what?
I told you that I was gonna get into see Lorenzo. I'm gonna do it, and then you'll like me. You got this way. I'm going in to see Lorenzo. I take another step, and my foot slips a little bit, and I catch myself.
I flip the window open. I'm like, why are you doing that?
I told you I was gonna see Lorenzo. Well, I'm gonna do it.
I know, but come back here right now. Come back here right now. I'm trying to exert whatever authority I have.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for you to. I love the fact that this is your asserting authority. Actually, do you want to
should I roll for that? Yeah,
I think so.
Cool. So I'm gonna. I have 3 black bile. I'm gonna throw 2 in.
Mm-hmm.
That is 11.
Succeed, but go too far.
So
I guess you pick an option for me, Vivian.
Yeah, going too far, in fact, might be, well, first it might go physical, meaning that you have to drag him and And the problem is, yeah, it trips and you end up in a bad situation in a way. That
I think
obvious.
Could it be okay if I come out and like try to grab him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That was Cecilia too.
Yeah. I probably like take a step back or probably take a step away from you, and the foot slips again, and I'm like, I go down, and I'm cliffhanging on that one hand.
Yeah, so I push myself out the window, and I'm like trying to grab at you, like, oh, all the while, like trying to keep myself from getting dirty on these gross outside railings.
The tiara that I was wearing goes spinning off down into the sirens.
And you begin, some of them, you know, they see you now. They have their eyes looking right at you, and you see some of them beginning to climb. There are some monsters with very, very long and thin limbs beginning to, while the other are just opening their mouth and waiting for you to fall into that directly. And there is maybe this moment where you slip and are just maintained in the void almost by the Cordelia's hands, and you hang above the thing, and she drags you into the interior of the room.
I love the image of like Cordelia pulling me in and falling backwards, and I end up on her, and like I'm just covered in dirt, and I'm just like, your new clothes you've just changed into are just like trashed. You've probably torn a bit on the side where you're leaning out the window, and yeah.
Why did you ruin my dress? Also, why did you go out there?
I just wanted to go see Lorenzo.
Well, I know, but he's not outside.
I lost your crown that you gave me.
It was garbage. We'll get another one anyways.
Who's going to know that we're friends if I'm not wearing your crown?
We're secret friends. That's what we've already decided.
Just the crown is what makes us secret friends. That's important to me.
Why were you trying to see Lorenzo, and why were you trying to go that way? Surely there's another way in.
Prudencia came out to me before, and she said some things, and she was asking about his gun and
what? Wait, what? Stop. Wait, what?
What?
Why?
Prudencia. She's yay tall.
I know who she is. Why was she asking about his gun?
She was probably worried about going, like, if he had a gun and she only had a knife.
Oh. And right when Prudencia, we can't trust her. She's here to do something bad. I know it.
Yeah, she pushed me over before. It was really bad.
Well, I pushed you over too. Does that mean I'm bad? How can I be bad?
I'm going back and forth on that, to be honest. You probably don't want to push me too much in that direction.
I think we should. Can we have like a scene where we're all like converging on Prudencia? Feels like that's the direction we're heading.
Yeah. You like grab me by the collar, and you're like, we're gonna go find Prudencia and deal with this.
Let's see what's going on here.
Spot on. I love it.
Okay. Well, I guess we can start by Damocles falling on Prudencia, maybe around the balconies, because you're going in from opposite directions and meeting at the middle.
Okay, great. I assume the people are still yelling.
Yeah.
Still unruly.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Okay.
In fact, they are organizing. It's even more worrying.
Oh dear. If I have a quick look over, can I see, like, would I know who Roberto and Clara are? Or is it something where they're just masses to me?
Yeah, masses, basically. But you can pick a few persons, you know, a little bit more galvanizing the others and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you see there are not as many as there were, and you don't know where the others are, in fact.
Oh. Well, hopefully they've calmed down. I'm sure that's it. So, okay, I'll be looking for Prudencia. So, are you also in the balcony?
Yeah, Prudencia is coming back to you because she said she was going to find some bandages, and she has this trailing clothes that Cordelia gave her, and she just, with her knife, she just cut off the trains and will pretend now that these are bandages. Because, I mean, they're cloths, they're long, you can use them to bandage people. That's totally gonna be fine.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so, yeah, I guess Damocles will stop her on the way and say, "I've been speaking to Bagato."
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so did he say anything interesting? I mean, he must have gotten a bump in the head. You know, people will say anything.
They will, especially with the threat of more bumps on the head.
Yeah, you know, that's I've read somewhere that torture actually doesn't work because people will just tell you all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still find you know, it's useful sometimes. You know, gets answers, and that's what Lorenzo's always wanted from anyone.
Yeah, but do you really like torturing people? I mean,
oh God, no. I'm his knight. You know, I'm the head of his guard.
Yeah, but you're his torturer. That's not his knight. You know that, right? I mean, come on, Damocles, you must know here. You're his executioner. You're not a noble hero.
I've not executed anyone.
You've thrown people from the ramparts. I've seen that.
I've carried out orders for Lorenzo, and we try not to talk about the ramparts. It's all very confusing and very sad. And yes, but
I don't know. Maybe you're even a good guy deep inside somewhere.
We need to talk.
Okay, we are talking.
Good. Yes. Okay. If Cordelia can't get Lorenzo out of the room, and the little troll thing is not going to, you know, I know he thinks he's Mr. Popular, Mr. Big Boots, but I don't even know what is here, to be honest.
It's kind of disgusting, right?
Yeah, bit weird, but you know, Lorenzo likes him. Cordelia, don't know if she likes him yet. I guess when she's in charge, she might ask for ego off the ramparts, and you know, if she orders it. But if she's
I thought you didn't want to throw people off the ramparts, Damocles. You're weird.
I don't want to do a lot of things.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't stop doing them then, right? I don't want to do a lot of things either.
Really? Okay.
Really?
Well, you're going to have to help patch up Bagato, and I have questions for you. Do you know who's organising that down there?
I was part of the crowd for a while there.
Yeah, that'd be it. That'd be why you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't know. I realize that what I'm saying is confusing now. And I say, why do you want to know?
Right, okay. I think Damocles is not going to have the finesse for any of this. So Just try and say as quiet as he can, because he's not a quiet person. Bugao said that you're involved with this whole rebellion thing.
And yet, weirdly, you're not dragging me off to be interrogated.
Yeah, well,
what you want to be in on this?
Things are very confusing at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Lorenzo's not going to be in charge, then Cordelia needs to be in charge. If she's not going to be in charge, you are the cousin. You're next in line, I think.
I am.
Yeah, there you go. So,
okay.
We're going to need to do something.
We're going to need to get Lorenzo out of his room.
Yeah.
Maybe use a battering ram or something.
Well, if it's got a code, could you use like cousin magic to learn what it was? You're smart. You can do this.
No, I can't. I've tried. Cousin magic doesn't work.
Oh.
Can we step in here?
Yeah, please.
Is that fine?
Yeah, come by.
I think I'm like dragging Mato behind me. I'm like, Prudencia is trying to kill Lorenzo. Like, straight up say it.
I'm doing what now, Cordelia? Lorenzo.
We're bringing you to Lorenzo right now, and we're having this conversation with him.
Oh yeah. God.
Oh yeah, let's have this conversation with him. Right.
Come on.
Sure. Do you want to address, hey, people down there? Look, here's Cordelia. She's going to make a speech now. We're still on the balcony, right?
Yeah, the few people under you are stopping and raising their heads, and they look at you in silence, waiting for something to happen.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Go back here. Just. I like try to grab Prudencia in my other hand and drag her off.
Where is Begado?
Who?
Begado. What have you done with him?
He was that man that got on all the blood on the ice cream man.
Oh. I don't know. And I just like rush off.
Okay.
Oh, our fearless leader. Do you really think it's a good idea to drag me around here while everybody is getting ready to storm the second floor?
Hang on.
Right now, which is that?
Hang on. What is this? Is that real? Is that what you're actually planning on doing?
I don't even know where she got this idea.
Oh.
Of course not. He's my cousin. Family, blood.
You okay? Then why were you asking about a gun and why do you have a knife?
I have a knife because
I look directly at Mato.
And I look at Prudencia with like big wide eyes, and I'm like,
So you were telling me you think I'm going to kill my cousin because of something Mato said? Are you kidding me? I don't believe this. I'm taking some black bile here because people are so stupid. And I'm with them. And I hate everyone. And I can't tell them. And I can't find my window. So why are you... I have a knife because there are a lot of sirens out there, in case you've noticed.
But we are in here, and there's no reason to have a knife in here. And we just need to go talk to Lorenzo about this. That's the only solution.
Why does Lorenzo have a gun if there's no danger in here? Huh?
Well, apparently because he has cousins trying to kill him.
Lorenzo's got a gun.
That's what Mato said. I don't even know
Shadow?
if it's true.
Maddo.
Yeah, that's like the silence is accurate. I'm just like, I actually I have a plan, and that plan is I bolt. I run. I leave the situation immediately. I want there to be a Maddo-sized hole in the wall as I exit.
I just, as you,
if no one
as you
tries, to prevent you from running, no test for that, unless the others want to really confront you and force you to.
Oh God,
Which
if he
I'm still
runs, then I ought to. Then yeah, Damocles ought to grab for him.
Yeah, I would look at Damocles too and just be like, come on then.
Okay, would this count as assaulting someone if I'm going like, oh, back in?
Well, I think it's more a running away test from Matto than the other way.
All right,
Run,
we're putting
Matto,
3 into
run.
this one because I cannot roll to save my life. Literally, hey, there we go. I got 11 on the dice plus 3. That's 14.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I'll take 14.
So the question is, what kind of risks are you taking to be sure that they do not catch you?
I
have a few ideas, but if you have some.
No,
Are you running for the window again?
Well,
no.
there is always the
window.
option of the window. There is the option of going to the first floor. In fact.
Oh man.
Oh no.
That feels really intense. How are we on time? That's probably a bit early. I will do that at some point, I'm sure. But
okay.
I think what I'm going to do is run to like Cordelia's room. Is where I'm going.
Okay.
And I'm more than happy to break important things in there. I'm more than happy to get some harm, more than happy to be resented. Whatever, I don't know. Whatever you.
Well, Scott, one of my friends takes a blow for me. I don't mind that being me. Like if you manage to trip me up or anything.
I
like
run
that.
like through Cordelia's legs.
Oh no!
And you like go into her.
Oh,
Jesse, you okay to sign on for this?
Of course I'm okay with it, but I'm taking Black Bile because this is so much public embarrassment and humiliation.
Yeah.
I'm sure I like fall over as all of this is happening too, right? Like I'm wearing a big. Do you get caught under my dress? Is that what happens? Or
yeah, I probably like tear it a bit as I run underneath.
Oh, I've got an idea. I think I will call for the guards. I will call for the guards to come up here and sort the situation.
And you have also all the people under you that look at you with round eyes, saying, yes, kind of the puppets that lead them going into all these stuff. And yeah, the guards. So you call the guards?
Sure.
Okay. So some of them arrive, and you have Crystal coming.
That's very good because they're leaving their posts now.
Yeah, especially Crystal alone in the room with Bagato.
Yeah.
Sure,
and she arrives with 2 other guards, and she looks at you and doesn't understand really.
I think somebody assaulted somebody else. I don't know what's going on. Damocles ran into Cordelia, and then there was a kerfuffle, and I lost my head, I guess, and called for the guards. Sorry.
Lost your head?
Oh, God.
And they look at you, Damocles, we're waiting for your orders.
Okay, Damocles will have been distracted by trying to help Cordelia up and be like, oh, I'm really sorry, ma'am. He went that way. And yeah, try and get like Crystal to head over to Cordelia's room. Are there multiple ways in and out of there?
But so, what about Prudentia?
I'll deal with Prudencia.
Okay, she gives one sideways glance at Prudencia, and then she goes to the direction you've given her, and they begin to try and search for Matto everywhere.
Okay. Right, she's on that. I feel maybe at this point trying to see what's gone on with Bagato. Like, well, in fact, before any of that, how are the crowd reacting to all of this?
Well, it's difficult to tell because they have begun to laugh at one point. Situation, mocking in a way that, and some of them, yeah, there are not that many now. You think they are acting, but you don't really know where and how. Yeah, those who are still here are clearly not revolutionaries in a way. Those remaining are more not really knowing what's happening and just taking advantage of the situation by watching the spectacle, the show. But there are others that have gone since the beginning of that.
Right. Okay. Cordelia, you might want to deal with them. I've got a rebel to speak to make sure he doesn't get away. We can't have any rebels up here unattended. Wink.
I'm not even modest right now. How can I deal with them?
They just need to hear your angelic voice over the balcony. I'm sure it will be fine.
Prudencia laughs a bit at the angelic voice. Yeah, go ahead and give them your angelic voice, Cordelia. Everybody will totally love you, like we all do. Or do you think we just love you for your clothing? Because we don't. I think I'm going to explode now at Cordelia. Because we don't love you for your clothing. We don't love you at all. You're a stupid bint who can't find her way out of her closet in the morning without precise instructions. You're the worst, Cordelia. You're just... I don't even know what Lorenzo saw in you, probably because you're kind of pretty. So just stand there and be pretty. And I don't give a fuck about you. You're just stupid. You also are stupid. Stop grinning at me, Damocles. I'm going to Bagato now. And she storms off.
Okay.
I like rush over and try to actually pick you up.
Oh no.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said I rush over and actually try to pick you up as you're running away. Like grab you around the waist and pick you up. Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't know if that's
I guess it's doable without having
someone?
to test right now. I'm sure, unless you want to go a little bit further than that. So you stop her. That's the idea. And
yeah. Or did you?
I'm not really trying to run away from you like I'm fleeing. It's more like I'm storming off. So I think you can just grab me.
Yeah, that's what I understood of the situation.
Okay. I'm going to pick you up and like try to bring you to Lorenzo's room.
Okay, I'm struggling. Not like I'm assaulting you, but I'm just, stop, let go of me. Damn it.
Hitting me on the back or something as I'm carrying you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I guess is an assaulting someone test just to force her in a way to go to Lorenzo's room.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I'm going to roll +2.
Cool.
That is an 8.
Oh, wow. So you're dragging me. Cool.
And you arrive. You're beginning, to go to the room itself, and you meet maybe not halfway, but when you're almost there, you meet Crystal and the other guards, and they have kind of a panicked look on their face.
Uh-oh.
And they see you, and they don't even try to stop you. Where, in fact, that's the kind of things you would expect them to do, especially Prudencia. And they go in the opposite direction to the guards' quarters, or in fact to Damocles. And when you progress a little bit more inside the left wing where you're going, you begin to hear something tapping on all the windows. In fact, all the windows of the dining room, the windows of the rooms around, in a way, the bunker itself.
Let me down.
No, we're going to talk to Lorenzo.
Don't you realize what's happening? Let me down. The sirens are coming.
Yes, this is all your fault.
How are the sirens my fault? Yeah, right. Sure. Let me down.
Everything was fine before you showed up. Everything was just fine.
Yeah, right. Let me down. Come on. Please.
And then you hear, one window that gets broken by something.
I didn't get that. I just drop you and scream.
Okay. And Damocles, you have the two guards coming at you, and they say, "You have to come quick." I don't know what. Something has attracted them.
Oh God! Right. Okay.
They're attacking the windows. What should we do?
Get everyone safe. What do we know? What attracts them, or is it something that's not quite of our understanding yet?
Well, you attract them by showing your face to these monsters because they want to eat you. So you don't exactly. So you have strict orders not to open the windows, not to show your face to them.
Right.
Just to be sure that they will not get a little bit cocky because of the hunger.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically it. In fact.
Right. Are they? The window that smashed, is it the one that Matto went out earlier?
You don't know that because you haven't come to the room itself, and they themselves haven't seen that. They just ran away when they saw the things tapping on the windows. And
okay. The reason I ask is more because that's going to be near where Lorenzo's room is, which could also be a problem.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll all be fine. Okay, I get myself kind of between this lot and the windows, and try and get the guards also to follow suit. Obviously, this means again, Bagatto's getting ignored wherever he's at, if he's even still in that room. But I guess Damocles' first instinct will be to try and get you lot kind of safe and away from the kerfuffle. Apart from Matto, doesn't care. Wherever he's hiding currently, probably fine. So,
love you too, Bay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that's also the moment where you hear a gunshot, but coming from the east L of the floor, so the opposite direction of the sirens.
Oh my God! The sirens use guns now.
Does that come from Lorenzo's room, or is that somewhere else?
No, the opposite wing. The opposite wing, in fact.
So that's the guards, probably.
Yeah, the guards' quarters, and maybe one of these stairs or something like that.
Okay.
We got to get to Lorenzo's room because he's alone in there, and there are sirens climbing this stupid fucking castle. So we got to get in there so I can say hello to my cousin.
That's what I've been saying the whole time, is that we need to go to Lorenzo.
You two do that. I'll make sure we're safe.
Good idea.
And hopefully those gunshots are just panicky people.
Probably your guards aren't that well trained.
We're children, Prudencia. I'm sorry, we're not well trained enough for you. We're doing our best.
Go do better. Go figure out what's going on.
You can do it, Damocles.
Right. Okay. Damocles draws out his sword, which is made from an old antenna. And yeah, if there's nothing visibly coming out these windows near the gang here, then he's going to bolt over to the gunshots.
Well, the moment you're near the bunker itself, that's where you were talking, and the moment you look inside the room next door, in fact, you see one strange figure, like humanoid figure, something very thin, very tall, with very long arms. Almost arriving at the under the knees, and it's beginning to progress inside the room, searching, touching everything, and beginning to advance in your direction.
Oh God!
It hasn't seen you yet, but it won't last.
Okay. God. Well, I'd best attack it with my antenna sword.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, if it's not noticed me yet, hopefully I'll be all right. I mean, I'm fairly big. I've got, trained, so I can actually use this antenna.
Yeah. Yeah, you have one advantage using that, and you don't have the inconvenience of this. And you have at least one, well, maybe just one disadvantage, because it's a siren, so it's stronger than you and more trained to kill, in a way. So it's a zero sum in a way. So you have a neutral test to do.
That's right. I've got a couple of bars, so I'll spend those. And let's see. That is 6, 7, 8 with the bar.
Okay. So 8. That's the final.
Yeah. So I launch in, trying to be as heroic and dashing as possible. Obviously, I'm a bit of a bruiser with an old antenna, so I try not to scream too much in fear as I attack it.
Yeah, and you lash the face of the monster, something like that, or you try to stab it.
Let's see. Can I repel it? Can I at least drive it out?
Okay, so in a way you stab it and you push forward in order to put it back through the window. That's the point of the attack.
Yeah, and then if I can try and pull a cupboard or anything over, to try and close the window.
Okay, so first you drive the thing out of the window. So you push it through, and you see the creature fall down, and at that moment you discover that all the windows, have creatures knocking on them, trying to enter, and there are some that are trying to go to the yet open windows, still open windows. Sorry. So you just have time to put something right in front of it before the answer. So that will be a second test, this time of playing with matches.
Well, I have no bar now, so it's just 2d6 straight up.
You can consider that this is such a situation that you can take black blind if you want. It's not a problem at all, as I said.
Let's see. Yeah, it's what if I realize I'm not strong enough, which I think, given the size of this situation, I'm not strong enough. So yeah, that'll be one which I'll hopefully spend with this. Let's see. So right, that is 7. Yeah. So that's, oh no, sorry, I don't know if it's Chrome, but it all looks a bit weird when I roll on here. I think that was a 6 and a 2, so that's actually 9, I think. I don't know if you're looking at it as well. Drag them around. Sorry, it's my first time using this thing. So yeah, I can re-roll if you want.
Yeah, maybe that would be clearer.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the advantage of being a DM at Apocalypse World Games. I don't have to throw dice, so I will not judge you on that.
Oh God, yeah. Whenever I'm GMing Apocalypse World Games, I always say, this is because I am terrible at rolling dice. And let's see. Right. So the clear ones will be, there we go. So that's 5 plus that, so that's 6. So yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, I don't know how to deal with this noise. Okay, so total is something like 6 or something like that. That's the
yeah.
Okay, so you try to push one, I don't know, something one capone or something like that in front of it. But the time you do that, you can hear, other windows exploding at the same time. And for one window you close in a way, there are 3 of them that open at the same time on your left and your right. And you can see similar figures coming in around you.
So, abandoning the floor. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to be taking some black bar for that. Oh God. So yeah. Right. So I'm basically in this place where I've shoved that up there and windows are smashing, these things are coming in. Might be time to run away. Where's everyone else in relation to this?
Yeah, well, what do you do, the others? You're not very far, in fact. Matto, you can hear footsteps in the boudoir, in fact, next to the bedroom you're in.
Yeah, I think I want to like sneak up on whoever it is. And I want to like yeah, I want to sneak up on them and be like, because I don't want to be found by the monsters, right? Yeah, sounds good. I am going to spend 2 bile, and I am going to roll going unnoticed, which should be fun because this has some stakes to it. Off your buddy. Reroll. Spending 2. That's all right. That's okay. That's a 9, 10, 11. So I'll take it. 11 plus.
Okay, so you start, entering the corridor, I guess, very quietly, slowly opening the door and looking at what is outside. I'm correct? And you see kind of a strange, one of those strange, long, emaciated figures in the corridor, touching the doors and the walls, and looking inside rooms. And you know that, at one point, it will see you because, the corridor is too narrow and it's very difficult to hide. But the thing is, you also see, in fact, what's her name? Ancora. She was cleaning one of the rooms and she is hiding barely in one of the other chambers. In fact, precisely the one the creatures is approaching now. And the moment the siren sees the poor little girl is the moment you can be discreet, in fact, and take your chances.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to break everyone's heart about poor little Meta, but I think he keeps his mouth shut and like sneaks away, right? Like I think he just has to let Ancora go
So
and
you
take some bile and feel powerless.
so you cross the corridor, and you hear yells behind you. The moment you close the door behind and enter the and leave, in fact, Cordelia's suite, and rejoin the others, in fact, that are next to Lorenzo's room.
Yeah, and like I just like plant myself against Prudencia's legs and just like try to latch on as hard as I can, and just like the dam breaks and I just cry and I'm just like, sorry. I just want you to protect me.
So I get this right. I've suddenly got Matto hanging on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I do is, God, you scared me. Let go, please. Let go. You should wash more, Matto. Really.
Cordelia doesn't let me use the water. She says it's too valuable.
Oh, okay. You're such a bitch, Cordelia. Yeah. Let's get to Lorenzo. See what he has got to say to this.
Matto, there has to be another way to get in there, right?
How do you do that, technically?
It's like a push button code. We're outside of his door, right?
Mm-hmm. You there is the eye of the camera looking at you. Maybe the guy is watching you right now through it. It's impossible to tell. That's a
I'm
problem.
like banging on it. Let us in, Lorenzo. Let us in. It's the only safe place in this fortress. Let us in.
Okay.
Lorenzo, do you really want to be alone with all these sirens? We can kind of protect you. I've got a knife.
I will let you do a convincing test.
Cool. Do you want to do that?
Maybe more Cordelia. Maybe Cordelia is more.
Yeah, go Cordelia.
Sure. Yeah. I have no black vial though, so just.
Oh, can I give you some? Can I humiliate you?
Yeah.
I can. Oh, you know what though? I get advantage if I try to do it with smiles and empty promises.
Ooh.
So I think as I'm beating on the door, I'm like, Lorenzo, I just here we can be happy together again, and just let us in, please.
Perfect.
So that is... Ooh, that was a 12.
Wow.
Whoa.
Cool.
Good.
So I think advantage would let me pull it down, right, if I needed to, but probably not enough.
Yeah, but it would be 11. So the door suddenly, there is a moment where you have the impression that it didn't work and maybe no one was watching behind that. And then suddenly the door, clicks open. That's the moment where Damocles arrives next to you. And you see just behind him, 3, maybe even more monsters right on his trail.
Right. If the door opens, can I just barge everyone into Lorenzo's room?
Yeah, I guess so. That's doable. So the 4 of you are pushed, or the 3 of you are pushed, and the last one follows close, I guess. And you close the door behind? That's a question, in fact. Maybe not, but you have sirens right behind you. So.
Yeah, I guess if I manage to just barge them all in, try and kick the door closed as I go, at least once I've hit the floor.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything or check anything for that, or
No, not at all. Not for that. So, well, you're all inside Lorenzo's chamber. So it's beautifully, decorated with, and there is this. You already know that, but there is this huge painting of what is supposed to be the previous owner of the place, which is a guy, a little bit, a big guy, very arrogant, on a horse, very muscular. The face doesn't really fit with the rest of the body, as if he had asked someone to overpaint him like some kind of a Greek god of old or something like that. And Lorenzo has spent much time trying to have the same outfits of this guy and compared himself to the body of the time. And he's there, but something has changed in him. He's in the back of the room. He has lost all his hair, his beautiful blonde hair that he had before. He seems a little bit, maybe not older, but different. His flesh, his skin is now more pale, smoother in a way, covered with something that is a little bit oily. And he has his gun, and in his hand, and he's aiming at you in a way, the four of you. He has put maybe 2 or 3 meters at best between him and you. And his eyes are now entirely black. And the only thing that allow you to, in a way, recognize him are his clothes. And he's breathing.
Is he aiming at anyone? Is he aiming at anyone?
No, not exactly. It's more something like a protection,
I give Cordelia a little push towards him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm like on my knees, like kind of crawling towards him, like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for opening the door.
Prudentia, when you say a little push, how, in a way, how hard the push?
No, not very hard. I just want her to be in front of me right now because he's got a gun and pointing it at us.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm just kind of crawling towards him. Like, he seems in some ways just as monstrous as what was outside the door, right? Like, he looks terrifying and he has a gun, but he also let us in here, so.
Okay. He barely looks at you, in fact, as if you didn't really exist to his eyes. And he looks at the others, and then he says, Cordelia, come to me, please.
I cautiously walk over.
He doesn't direct his gun at you as if he didn't consider you a threat. But he looks at the others while you get closer. Closer, please. Quick.
I think I will use this opportunity to let my hatred boil over.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm 13. Okay, he's got a gun, but he might miss, and he looks like a siren anyway. And I will yell out something about tyrant and fascist, and then I will charge him and try to stab him because I'm not that subtle.
And do you use, in a way, Cordelia as cover? Or...
Yeah, sure. She's there. So. That's perfect.
Do I do I potentially in the confusion of this? Do I get in the way of anything? A gun or a blade or a? I could see that happening.
Maybe you can have a disadvantage because of the Prudentia, because of the situation.
Okay, sure. I will put all my bile into this, obviously.
Yeah.
That's 3, and I'm assaulting someone. Should I roll for that?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I've got a 7, I've got a 10, but I'm at a disadvantage.
No problem, because I can remove 1, and it's still a success. So
yes, but you can't add 1, right? To make
yeah,
me.
no, I cannot add 1.
Yay, cool.
So you using in a way Cordelia as cover the time for you to progress up to Lorenzo. What do you do when you come next to him? So he moves his arm and his weapon in your direction, but he loses you because there is Cordelia right in front of him, and then you appear a few centimeters in front. You're just a few centimeters just in front of him, and so what do you do?
I stab him. That's
okay.
That was my plan. I wanted to stab him
in the heart.
Yell out freedom! And then
okay.
I stab him.
So you drive your knife right into his heart, and
yes.
I would have said something like his eyes go all blurry or something like that, but he has entirely black eyes, so it's really difficult to understand really what goes behind them, and he stares at you with these dark things, and he falls over on the floor because of the knife, technically. And he has this last, in a way, breath, and he grabs Cordelia's dress and tears what was left of it, because I don't think she had time to change that, and he dies right at your feet.
I think as all of that happens, I've already been crying because of how terrifying all of this is, and I look up at Prudenzia and I say, He saved us. He saved us.
He killed
monster.
He killed Frank and Victoria and so many others he had thrown from the ramparts. He's a monster himself. Look at him. He even looks like a monster. You look like a monster too.
He opened the door and he saved us. We'd all be dead out there. And this
good. Maybe we deserve that.
Can we hear what's going on outside?
If you look at the system, you can see that a button can allow you to speak and hear, and also see, because you have a camera, what's happening right in front of the door.
So he could have calmed us down at any point from this room.
Yeah, and maybe even spied on you without you knowing.
Wow.
And what you see now, you can see and hear. You can hear shouts and gunshots, and you can see movements all around, and there are sirens moving, and you can see also people from the first floor running. It's a mess out there. It's really a mess, a chaos of fights and death and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's all feeling a little bit distant because of the camera and the speakers, and like some kind, of a TV show or something like that.
Okay, so I guess it's a case of either hide here and hope for the best, or does it look like where the guards are currently is somewhere that I could reinforce, that I could go and help out? Or at least I don't know, if we combine with them, maybe we could at least keep the floor?
Maybe you don't really know, because it's completely chaotic now, so you don't see your guards at all. Maybe you catch a glimpse of one of them, and the moment you see him, he gets smashed by someone, and then you have sirens just jumping on him and finishing the job. And you have dead bodies that begin to pile there and there, and then yeah, maybe the fights continue. You can still hear the sounds of it, but they continue somewhere else.
Prudenza, this wasn't the revolution you'd planned, was it?
I wanted to. No, that. I just. What you did wasn't right. You killed so many people. You shouldn't have thrown them from the ramparts.
I did what he made me do to keep us all alive.
And now you have to still keep us all alive. You have to stay here and protect us. You're the only one who can do it.
How?
It's me. It's my fault. Lorenzo was my friend, and now he's dead. And when you all became my friends, you got trapped in here too. This is all my fault.
It's not your fault. It's her fault.
Because we were gonna be. I shouldn't
It's
have
his
been friends
fault.
with you.
It's Lorenzo's fault.
You should send me out there. Throw me to the sirens.
And
I'm
then?
a curse.
And You're not going out there, Mato. If anyone's going out there, it's her. She's the one who did this.
Yeah, only if you're coming with me, Princess.
I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did nothing exactly. You're so useless. You did nothing. You never did anything. You could have done something, you know? You could have done something, but you didn't. You're just stupid. I hate you.
Yeah, well, stupid. You're stupid.
I kind of look at my knife and look at you, but I'll clean it. But there was this moment when you saw Prudencia thinking about using it on you. Let's find a way to survive this, maybe all of us.
What happened to his gun?
Oh.
Well, that's a good question. Right now, it's still in his hand, technically, since no one asked before.
I'm going to try to grab it if no one has been paying attention to that, since I've been hovering over the body.
Okay. And yeah, and as I said, since you're not a little one, everyone sees you, going at the hand and kneeling to take the gun.
Nice, that's fine. As quickly as I can, then I'm going to grab it and just like back myself into a corner. I'm also taking more black bile for this.
Sure.
And there is this, I would call that Mexican duel in a way, where everyone is looking at each other in one corner of the room. So that's a good thing because you're four and there are four corners.
Great.
And with the body, the bleeding body of the Tyrant Duke right in the middle. And I guess time passes a little bit when you're judging each other, trying to think. I don't know if you have an idea or if you wait for things to evolve outside, maybe.
I'm just waiting for like stillness from my perspective, like for things just to calm down and maybe to not hear the sirens anymore.
So, Mato lets out like a large beleaguered sigh, and he walks over to like where the whiskey's kept, and he pours it into a glass with this like practiced hand, like Lorenzo's asked him to do it for him a couple of times, and he picks it up and like swirls the glass as he's seen Lorenzo do, and like with this real like heavy face, he takes this one sad sip. and then immediately starts like coughing and gagging, falls to the floor, the glass breaks underneath him.
And yeah, what I'm picturing, but maybe you have different idea, is that you wait there, dealing with what you have to do, which is basically almost nothing. Maybe eating something that you find, or just waiting for things to change outside. Not really talking to each other anymore. Maybe I'm correct. And then.
I think Dan is mainly waiting to see who's going to act out of Cordelia and Prudenza, because he is good at taking orders. He is not good at giving them. And it's been this constant battle between these two authority figures. So with his sword, he's more eyeing up kind of who's going to make the first move and probably going to follow suit.
I'm not interested in giving orders. I'm just gonna I'll go and take care of Mato, and just since he was close to Lorenzo and we already had this moment, I feel like I have to keep protecting him.
That's nice. I think Prudencia will turn to Damocles and says, do you think we can get out of here without dying?
Us, yes. If we want to keep everyone alive, don't know at all. I'm not even sure where my guards are. I can't see them on here. Even Crystal, and she's really good at fighting. If you can see any of your revolutionaries, or get them to back down and help us, and I can do the same with the guards, maybe we can team up and get out of it.
So if we work all together, maybe we can get out or push them out, right?
Well, yeah, I think our main issue of contention is dead on this floor right now. So,
yeah. Yes.
Want to team up now?
Sure.
Right. Okay. So, I guess you said there's like an intercom type thing. All right. Okay.
You're looking through the camera.
Yeah.
What's happening outside? You have to wait for a long time, because when you're looking, there are still people fighting, and after a while, it's only sirens walking, searching for maybe survivors or dead to eat or something like that. So it's not really encouraging to go out at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I will look out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we can climb down there.
Yeah,
at least
same problem for the windows before, meaning that first, of course, it's dangerous, because climbing out of the window, we know that it's dangerous, and yeah, down there, tons of sirens once again.
Okay,
but it's possible. I'm not saying it's the easiest solution, but it's still doable. Or maybe to the roof, indeed.
Yeah, but then we're on the roof and doing what? We have to get out of here, and that means down. Oh, wait. Mato, you know this place like, I don't know, like your sleeve or something. Is there a way to get out? Maybe it was some kind of elevator or something.
Well, there's ways out, but it's not. It's hard to fit in, and if we get caught, we'll get in trouble.
Who can punish us at this point?
I see. Like, looks down at Lorenzo. He's like, "Oh, So I can go there now. Yes. Yeah, we'll get ingested. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get punished by sirens with teeth.
Well, I think we don't have a lot of choices here. Unless we want to kill each other, but that's off the table, Cordelia, for now, right?
For now. I still have the gun.
I still have the knife.
Yeah, I can take you, but we'll have to go out the window first, I'm sure of it.
Cool. I think.
My clothes can't get any worse at this point, so I suppose that's what we should do.
So your decision is?
Follow Matto.
Follow Matto, okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you were talking about like ways around this castle, right? So I'm thinking like out the window into another room, and then that would lead us like down and maybe like out through, I don't know if this is the kind of castle with like stables or whatever, but like out that way and sneak past the sirens while they are feasting on the people inside.
Okay, so well, maybe two solutions. One would be to go through the window itself, which is a little bit more dangerous, but you don't have to wait, or maybe wait for the room, to be a little bit more empty, or in fact completely empty, and then take some sideways passages or hidden ones, and then maybe at one point or another you might have to climb something and stuff like that. But some ways out of the fortress, even though the problem is none of them is safe in a way in an invaded castle.
Yeah,
but you can test
safe.
I don't think we're gonna wait anyway all that long, because we're kids and we want to get out of here, and I think we want to get out of here now and not wait around. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think we go now. I think when Matto gets an opportunity to like lead people, he doesn't have any patience. He doesn't know patience.
Well, it's time for a test. So going unnoticed, I will give you one disadvantage because of the fact that you're many.
Okie doke. And
I don't know, if you invest black bile, you will have to tell me, for example, what members of your group is in danger. For example, the one that is the least protected or something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put the 3 in, and the person who is most in danger, I think, like, I imagine like Damocles like probably brings up the rear, right? Like you probably have the tactical spot behind us.
Yeah, try and look after our retreat.
Yeah, and I think that puts you in the most danger, definitely.
Cool.
And I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna hope for one good roll in this game. That's good. That's 6, and I spent 3, so that's 9.
That's a 9. Perfect.
Does the disadvantage ruin me?
No, no problem, because I can remove 1, and it's still an 8. So perfect. So you get out, of the bunker. You open the door at one moment where no siren is visible, and you begin to walk very slowly in the corridors and the secret passages and the narrow entrances, walking on the dead bodies of the guards, the revolutionaries, and some sirens. And there is some kind of a dead silence here, only punctuated by the footsteps, the slow footsteps of the monsters that you can hear in the distance from time to time. You evade a few of them. At one point, you might even be on the verge of being caught. And after long minutes of tension, you arrive at the exit of the fortress, and you have this view, of the huge city with its huge streets all over the way, with who knows what, how many monsters hidden there waiting for you. Maybe other children, but it's difficult because this was the place your home and the only place where you knew there were people living, but you have to go on, whatever is expecting you there. And I think we can stop there with your group leaving the fortress to the unknown.
Yay! That was so good.
4 good
Thank you,
friends
guys.
going
Thanks
off
for
into
that.
the wilds. This can only be a lovely adventure.
The minute that Prudencia falls asleep, she's stabbed. I'm assuming.
It's okay.
Yeah, they're not exactly the super friends going on an adventure.
No, that's so true.
But it was great. Game of Thrones for kids summed it up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vivian.
Yeah, thank you,
Well,
Vivian. This
thank
was
you, guys. That was very nice.
wondrous.
That was great.
And
Do we have
right in time for your next
Yeah,
game.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. I ended up bothering you a lot during that game, so thank you for
Oh,
letting me be insufferable.
it was wondrous. This is, man, this table, so good.
Very
Sabine
good.
and Charlie, gosh, you guys are great. Charlie, I can't wait to play again with you.
Yeah, I was quite nervous about doing any kind of GauntletCon type stuff, but this has been really cool.